Hello, my dear children. How are you all? Here I am Deepthi Nair, and I'm taking here the chapter 5th of class 5th English book, and here the chapter named it as The Battle in the Jungle. Okay, my dear students, what do you mean by battle? Battle, it's a fight, argument, or the competition between the people or the group of the people. And why they are fighting? They are fighting to win the power or to get back the control. So my dear students, control or the fight can be between the people or the group of the people, or even the fight can be between the animals. So my dear students, this is an excerpt from the traveling. So what do you mean by traveling? Traveling, it's a book which tells the explanations of the traveling histories by different journalists or by different writers. So here the book named it as Around the India in 80 Trains by Monisha Rajesh. So who was Monisha Rajesh? She is a British journalist, and her detailed journey explanations are given in the book named it as Around the India in 80 Trains. Okay, my dear students, here you can see her picture, and she loves traveling a lot. Oh, once she had visited to the Ratanpur National Park, and there she saw the key character, or we can see the most important animal character recognized as, no, named it as a tigress, we can say, and the name of the tigress is Machli. So we can see the introduction of Machli. Thus, Machli was a Bengal tigress who lived in Ratanpur National Park in India. She played a key role in the generation of tiger population in the park in the early 2000s and was celebrated with the title such as the Queen Mother of Tigers. Tigress Queen of Ratanpur, Lady of the Lakes, and the Crocodile Killer. She was considered India's most famous tigress, and on her death was considered the world's oldest tigress living in the wild. Okay, my dear students, so here we can start our chapter. Once again, I will be telling here the chapter named it as A Battle in the Jungle. Okay, so here we can see the fight between the two tigers. Okay, so before starting the chapter, do you know what is the safari? So have you gone for the safaris? Yes, so safari, it's a journey in which people observe the wild animals in their natural beauty. Okay, so let's start our chapter. This is an excerpt, as I already told you, from a traveling in which the speaker describes her experiences of traveling. So, experiences of traveling it is given around the Indian on a different train. One of the train that she bought is the Maharaja Express. It stops at Ratanpur in Rajasthan for a short conducted trip to Ratanpur National Park. If you want to go to Ratanpur National Park, then you have to stop at where? Ratanpur, which is there in the Rajasthan. A renowned tiger reserve. Read on to find out our experiences there. So now we can read out this, and now we can see her experiences over there. The Maharaja stopped at Ratanpur at dawn. As I jumped down from the train steps with other passengers, the cold air hit my face. Okay, so she wants to go there. Where she wants to go there? She wants to go there at Ratanpur National Park. So the train stopped at Ratanpur at dawn station along with the other passengers. She jumped down there, and when she jumped down, the cold air was coming over there. There was a mist around the carriages, and when we spoke, our breath came out in the puff of smoke. Or you can see the fog over there. Winter season, while when we are talking, so a lot of smokes are coming from our mouth. Like that, it was there. Three jeeps waited for us nearby. So outside of the station, how many jeeps were waiting? Three jeeps were waiting, and our driver Raju handed rough blanket to us as we scrambled into his jeep. Hurriedly, we went inside of the jeep. Then we rode off to the Ratanpur National Park. Then directly we had gone to where? Ratanpur National Park. After 2 hours, the sun had climbed high enough to make us feel warm. We were admiring two beautiful turquoise kingfishers with the orange bibs when a yelp echoed in the silence of the forest. So they were inside of the forest, and it was totally silence. Huh? They were enjoying the wild beauty over there. So they saw two beautiful turquoise kingfishers with the orange bibs when a yelp echoed in the silence of the forest. Our guide helped a hand and tapped Raju on the shoulder to stop the jeep. So our their guide was also there. So guide ordered the Raju to stop the jeep. This is a warning call from a deer. This means she has a sense a tiger, he said. So the guide was giving the explanation that the deer had given the warn signal that the tiger is here nearby. Raju drove the jeep over the bumps in the track and up the hill, started by the sound. Two sambar deer jumped away from the road. So now the Raju also got frightened very much and was totally excited. So they were going on the hillside. So by the way, they saw two sambar deer jumped away from the road. We saw another jeep in front of us, its passengers standing on its seats. So there they also saw another jeep in front of us and the passengers were standing on a seats and they was enjoying the beauty. Everyone was looking at a moment in the trees where a tiger was walking their way, stealthily flicking his tail. He was complained by the long grass. So what do you mean by flicking? Moving quickly and suddenly. So everyone was looking at a moment in the trees where a tiger was walking away. Okay, so everyone were watching. Then when the tiger will come, when the tiger will come, and he was complained by the long grass. Complaint means here disgust. Here it was complained by the long grass. Raju drove the jeep up and around the bend to the other side so that we could get a better view. So now so many peoples were eagerly waiting to see the tiger and I can see the crowd over there. So what happened? Raju parked their jeep on the other side so that they can get a better view from there. Just as we turned around the corner, the tiger appeared on the track and paused, turning to look directly at us. Okay, so just as they turned around the corner, so the tiger appeared. Then he calmly leaped on the road and walked around the back of the jeep and into the tiger. That means the tiger was moving here and there. We sped downhills into the clearing, but the Raju braked sharply. Less than 20 meters away was the same tiger. Okay, so how many tigers were there? Two tigers were there. His head was lowered and paws were raised. Okay, so proudly the tigers were standing. He had spotted something. Following his gaze, we saw that the hidden in the tree was another tiger. The guide told us that this was a tigress named it as Machli. Machli was known as the queen of the jungle, as I already told you that. She was 15 years old and was the pride of the Ratanpur. She was still watching him, her trail curving dangerously. So the Machli tiger, she saw another tiger was also there. So the tiger was still watching him and her tail crawling dangerously. That means it was just moving here and there, rotating. That Machli tigress now, she was just rotating her tail. When the two big cats were less than a few meters away, they bounded towards each other. Bounded means ran with a came. Run means means both of them were very much angry, so they came closer, bounded towards, ran with the leaps. At last second, they leaped up, palms outstretched, clashed mid-air, sinking close, teeth into each other's neck. Okay, have you saw the fight between the two tigers? Like that, they were fighting with each other. In the jeep, all of us held our breath as we watched the fight. The passengers who were watching these fights, they were frightened. They got frightened by seeing this. A terrifying roar means like that sound was coming. Terrified roar, reaped meaning store through the jungle, and the birds were flying from here and there, from one branches to another. By seeing this fight, these birds were also flying from here and there. The two animal wrestlated means here to fall through each other to the ground, means that much pressure they were giving on hind legs, snarling and growling, their bodies merging into one gigantic form. Means like a gigantic fight was going on there. This went on for a few minutes. That meant that fight was went on for a few minutes. But Machli was not known as the queen of the jungle for nothing. Means like that she fought, okay? Like that she was fighting with that another tiger. She fiercely slashed her claws across the other tiger's face, given a punch across the other tiger's face. The tiger moved back slowly, limped away to lick his wounds. She gave one final glow as she watched him go, then turned around and picked her way to a tree. Okay, so what happened? What is given here? Picked her way means went away. So the tiger moved back, the another tiger moved back. Okay, and there she sat down and licked her paws. Okay, so there Machli tiger, she sat there and she was licking her paws. Our guide watched her with a proud smile on his face. So the guide was telling that, huh, you can see now, see my dear passengers, you can see a proud smile on his face. The guide was pointing that the 15-year-old has won the battle. So the guide declared, was telling that the 15-year-old Machli had won the battle. There was a Machli sitting contently when Raju started driving us back to the base. Okay, now the Machli was sitting there and the Raju started his jeep and they were driving back to the base. The other tiger was nowhere to be seen. So now the other passengers and all, now they were seeing the another tiger, but the other tiger was nowhere. They could not find out the another tiger over there. Okay, my dear students. So did you enjoy the story very well?